In the late 19th century, a farmer kneels in his barren field, the cracked soil mirroring his fractured hope. Poverty grips his village, with crop failures and debt cycles leaving families destitute. Historical records show droughts ravaged rural communities during this era, forcing theological questions. Is this suffering divine wrath or a test of faith? The farmer's upturned face reflects a universal human struggle, seeking meaning in hardship. Inside a crumbling church, a stern priest points to frescoes depicting biblical plagues. His sermon cites Leviticus 26:14-20, linking poverty to moral failure. Historical church records reveal how 19th century clergy often interpreted economic hardship as God's discipline. The camera lingers on a terrified villager clutching rosary beads, a visual representation of how fear-based theology influenced pre-industrial societies. This scene illuminates the conflict between religious dogma and human suffering. Under an ancient Zelkova tree, a village elder shares Sufi teachings from Rumi's The Guest House, framing hardship as soul purification. He references the Islamic concept of ibtila, divine test, and Buddhist dukkha. Historical accounts show how oral traditions preserved alternative spiritual interpretations during colonial-era poverty. As the elder speaks, close-ups reveal villagers, faces shifting from despair to contemplation, demonstrating how wisdom traditions offered psychological resilience against material lack. A sudden downpour floods the fields, an event villagers interpret differently. The priest sees correction, the elder perceives mercy. Meteorological records confirm erratic 1890s weather patterns, exacerbated by Little Ice Age effects. As the camera pans across drowned seedlings, one survives near a Quranic verse engraved on a stone. And we test you with evil and good as trial. 21:35. This visual metaphor invites reflection on interpreting adversity through pluralistic lenses. A merchant's lacquered carriage splashes through the village, his silk robes contrasting with beggars' rags. Historical ledgers show 19th century wealth gaps widened under Western trade influence. The merchant tosses a coin that lands near the farmer, a visual nod to Jesus' widow's mite parable. This scene interrogates materialist interpretations of divine favor, showcasing how industrialization created new theological dilemmas about poverty and blessing. Villagers debate passionately at the communal mill. A blacksmith waves Deuteronomy 28's blessings/curses tablet, while a weaver quotes the Hadith. Poverty may lead to disbelief, but so may wealth. Census data reveals 1890s Korea saw both Christian missionaries and Buddhist reformers addressing poverty's spiritual dimensions. The farmer's silent observation in the background visualizes society's existential crossroads between fatalism and agency. The farmer's wife lies feverish as the priest performs extreme unction, while the elder administers ginseng tonic. Medical journals document how 19th century East Asia saw clashes between missionary medicine and traditional healing. When the wife recovers, competing claims of miracle versus remedy spark tension. This scene embodies the universal human search for meaning in recovery, whether framed as divine intervention or natural process. At dawn, the farmer digs barehanded in the revived soil, recalling Quran 255. We test you through loss, hunger, and diminishment of wealth. Agricultural manuals confirm traditional Korean farmers viewed land as sacred covenant rather than economic asset. His epiphany merges spiritual and practical truths, that poverty's meaning emerges from response rather than origin. The composition frames his silhouette between church and field, symbolizing synthesis. Villagers now work cooperatively, their baskets overflowing with shared harvest. Economic historians note how Joseon-era collective farming improved yields. The camera lingers on hands passing tools, young and old, male and female, illustrating how reinterpreted spirituality fueled practical solutions. This reflects global patterns where communities facing material lack often develop innovative cooperation systems rooted in renewed purpose. The farmer and merchant share barley tea under the now flourishing Zelkova, its growth rings symbolizing time's wisdom. Neither theology nor economics fully explains poverty's complexity. As the Quran states, 216, perhaps you hate a thing while it is good for you. The final aerial shot reveals the village's duality, church and market, field and home, inviting viewers to sit with mystery rather than demand resolution.